The following sketch contains cod German accents that some listeners may find offensive, but it's just Hitler, so that's okay.
Mein Führer, the bombing is getting terribly close. Do you think perhaps we should flee?
Cool your beans, Herman. We are like well safe here in my sick bunker, innit?
Donner und Blitzes, eine blue box.
Now who the hell are you freaks?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
I kind of threw the kitchen sink at that.
Time Ram!
Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. It stopped raining. Everybody's in a play. And don't you know, it's a beautiful new day. Or at least it was when we were recording this. It's probably pissing it down by now. You're listening to Time Ram, the Doctor Who podcast that takes a random doctor and a random story and rams them together. I'm Paul Ferry, and joining me as usual are Mr. Rupert Booth
Help me!
and Mr. Barry Williams.
My, it's hot in here.
And this week it is hot in here. It's very hot.
It's very hot. It's hot. Yeah, hot.
I might need to take all my clothes off.
Oh, please don't. Can I turn my camera off?
If you turn your camera off, it won't stop.
No, that didn't work at all, did
I
it?
just won't be able to see you.
Can you turn your
reacting
camera off?
to that. Yeah. I'll just turn my computer off. That happens. Just not recording if that happens. I'm not in. I've had a long day. My hands are covered in super glue. I don't need this.
Mm-hmm.
Baz, keep them on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this week we're doing Let's Kill Hitler. That's not to say we're killing Hitler. We're doing the story Let's Kill Hitler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only it's going to be with Jon Pertwee.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Tricky.
Yeah. So another, like a good man goes to war, another continuity-laden plot fest, season-wide plot arc fest
Yeah.
that we somehow have to cajole into an era where, on the whole, the TARDIS stayed on Earth.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we did A Good Man Goes to War, in which I'm not sure we quite worked out what River Song's parentage should be.
Isn't it Ben and Polly?
Well, not really. I mean, it could be Polly, because we then did the Return of Dr Mysterio, in which case she took the role of the young lady who is pregnant. So maybe,
Yeah.
I don't think it's Ben. I don't think it's a
It's not
child of
Ben.
TARDIS, but she might actually be Polly's child.
Well, no, because Ben swallowed Susan's ring, so he's got his powers come from time,
Right.
because it's a time ring.
It's a time ring, yeah.
A Gallifreyan ring. So maybe actually, I think it could be Ben and Polly.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Or we could go with the idea that I had, which was to ditch River Song altogether and replace her with the Master.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's tempting. But then doesn't that mean we're getting a last scene of Roger Delgado bending over Pertwee going, "Hello, sweetie," and giving him a kiss while giving him a new regeneration cycle?
Well, you don't have to stick that closely to it. You know?
Easy if we do.
Yeah, what I was thinking, it doesn't hold water 100%, but what I was thinking was
Anything we do,
you have it replacing Terror of the Auton so the Doctor doesn't know the Master. And basically some bloke turns up from the United Nations and says, I need to take a look at everything, including your blue box. But when he gets in, he's the Master, and he slyly replaces the dematerialization circuit. Yeah.
I have a question. You say Terror of the Auton, so the Doctor doesn't know the Master, but he totally knows the Master in Terror of the Auton.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
They say the Master's coming, and he goes, that jackanapes.
Yeah.
So clearly knows him.
Yeah. Does he know him by sight? Though? That's the thing.
Yeah, he knows him. He's like his old mate from school, basically.
Yeah.
He totally knows the Master.
I love how the Terror of the Autons brings in the Master as the big new villain, and they just don't pick him up at all. Pertwee just goes, that jackanapes, and then you just carry on. It's kind of,
and off they go. Yeah,
it's not. Yeah. It's not telegraphed like they would now.
Yeah, well, in that case, it holds even less water. But that was my idea anyway, to sort of have the Master.
Much as it pains me, I don't think we can get rid of River.
Yeah,
because she's such an integral. I mean, it's kind of all about her.
Yeah, it is like.
Yeah.
That's the problem, though. It's all about.
Well, we've done worse than this. Not an awful lot, much worse, but we have managed worse.
Yeah. I mean, this was the problem, wasn't it? Before that, I mean, I personally regard The Good Man Goes to War and Let's Kill Hitler as a two-parter.
Yeah.
Which, due to the vagaries of the numbering system, have ended up in the Second Doctor and the Third Doctor's era.
So this has surely got to be in the 10th anniversary year then, as a callback.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Have we replaced Carnival of Monsters yet?
Yes, have we? I don't know. Maybe I'll have to check that season.
Yeah,
I haven't looked at it. What's available?
We called The Good Man Goes to War. That episode we called it "The Good Man Fucks Us Up." So is this going to be a National Socialist Dictator fucks us up?
This is going to be a good man sits down with us and has a nice fag afterwards and says, "Does the earth move for you?"
So far, it's been "Let's Kill River" song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, what we got? So Pertwee. Right. So we've replaced Colony in Space so far. We've got Mission to the Unknown between season 9 and 10.
Oh yes.
We have replaced Carnival of Monsters with Extremis.
Right. Yeah. 3 Doctors, maybe.
I'd be tempted to put it earlier. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll put it earlier. I mean, as long as it's got to have one of the boys from Unit, hasn't it? Playing the Rory part.
Yeah. So not season 7.
Unless we actually collect Ben and Polly.
Maybe
Ben and Polly walk in. Maybe that's how the story starts. They're kind of like, there's a knock on the door. It's kind of like, what's going on? It's kind of like, what? Doctor. Something really different again. How did you find me? Well, phone book. Or they followed an axon back to Unit HQ, whatever. I don't know. Or does Ben get seconded?
Maybe Ben has come to see his old mate from the Navy, Harry Sullivan, who's kicking about behind the scenes somewhere.
Who we never see yet. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ben and Polly have come to visit Harry Sullivan.
Okay. Yeah.
And they bump into Pertwee in the corridor, who goes, "Jehoshaphat, it's Ben and Polly." And they go, "What?" And Ben decks him. And Pertwee gets up and goes, "No, you can't do that. You've got superpowers." And Ben goes, "How do you know this?" And Pertwee goes, "Because I'm the Doctor."
Ben's going to be going,
"Oh, crikey, he's done it again."
Ben's going to be going, "You promised to find our child for us, Doc. What the hell happened?"
Yeah. And the Doctor goes, "Well, I was going to, but I got sent to Earth in exile. I got caught and sent to Earth. It's not my fault," and totally blames the Time Lords. And totally ignores anything that happened between that story and this.
And they just keep going, and coming up with reasonable explanations. And he goes, Time Lords.
No, shush.
But the Time Lords.
The department in Clacharu, Naru.
So what were we replacing? I'm not quite sure now.
Don't know. Story. The demons. Let's replace
It's
the
not.
demons.
Yeah, could be. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just gonna be 5
As
parts.
a kind of celebratory sort of end of season.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe some season after. We replace Day of the Daleks. Could be the opening of season 9.
Yeah. He needed
Yeah,
Barry Letts needed a big splash to start season 9. Thought, right, we'll get
Yeah.
Lewis on.
In the alternative universe where Barry Letts and Terence Dicks got together and thought, now what can we bring back from the old days that was really, really popular? The Daleks,
Ben and Polly.
nah, I
Ben and
know.
Polly.
Ben and Polly.
We know in the time round universe, Ben and Polly are coming back constantly, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of companions coming back, a lot more in our universe than there was in
Well,
reality.
we keep getting these arc stories that kind of require it. You know?
Yeah.
It's Ben and Polly, I think it's what it is.
Ben and Polly. Well, they are great. They are great.
Mhm.
I can happily have the whole run with Ben and Polly. Imagine Warriors Gate with Ben and Polly. That'd be fantastic.
Blimey, so white.
You look, Duchess.
So,
Yeah.
we're doing that then to just kind of bimble together by lucky hap.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Thanks.
Why not?
Ben's gone to visit Harry.
Yeah. I mean, the story as it stands starts in a cornfield, which they had trouble filming because there's only quite a short window where you got the corn looking yellow in the summer like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'd find that even more difficult in the Pertwee era, which, as far as I can
I
work
don't
out,
think we're doing that. I think we drunk the cornfield completely
Mhm.
and have Ben and Polly and their friend Mel's.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, I don't know. I mean, you could have a kind of background story that Unit's just going around finding all the Doctor's old companions and interviewing them. Kind of, what do you know? What did you do when you travel with him? Like the barbering, things like that. And they've dug up like the skull of Vicky from New Troy.
Grim.
Shelf. Vicky skull.
Who's playing Mel's?
Don't know.
Lola Benjamin. I think we've cast Lola Benjamin before, actually.
Probably
Barbara Windsor.
Windsor. Wow.
Actually, no, we should have Barbara Windsor as River when she regenerates.
Well, yeah, I don't think we quite decided who was playing River last time. I think it was between Diana Rigg and Ella Fielding and Hattie Jakes. I don't think we quite.
Huh.
I think we should save Hattie Jakes for if we get a Hartnell River song.
Right, okay.
Really, Hartnell and Hattie Jakes is gonna.
Does each Doctor have their own River song? Is that how it works now, like the Master?
We could do that. I like that. Yeah. So
okay.
Barbara Windsor.
Okay.
With music going when she's strutting around.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Doctor.
Killing Nazis.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I've just got this image of her now. You know that bit where she faces off against the Nazis and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I've just got an image of her taking them out by firing her bra at them.
Yeah. That's
carry-on camping style.
That's exactly what she did. Yeah.
Yeah, get this.
Probably not actually that much removed from the portrayal of River Song in the story. So.
Indeed. That's quite
yeah.
Yeah.
So the Doctor's got tomorrow's newspaper from somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, we were dropping the cornfield, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah. So the problem is how to introduce it. So we've got Ben and Polly visiting.
Yeah.
And meeting up with the Doctor and having a good old reminisce and going blimey, and Ben going, "Where's our bloody kid?" And the Doctor going and just knocking him out.
Yeah.
Except it doesn't work because he's superpowered Ben, of course.
Yeah. What's Joe doing? Is Joe just like, what the hell?
I don't think Joe exists.
Right.
I think Joe's gone off to learn graphology. Because otherwise Joe's going to be really difficult, or just stand around doing nothing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
After the debacle that was the story that replaced the demons, whatever that will be, he just sacked her. He just went, "No, fuck off. Get your crap, go. Won't lose Shaw back."
Well, we've got 4 episodes to play with. We can have Joe getting some other plot line of some kind.
You want to make a rod for your own back? That's fine. You're coming up with that plot line, and I'm not going anywhere near Joe.
I didn't say I was going to come up with it. I just said
She's gone off down the Amazon.
Yeah.
She's gone off down the Amazon.
Someone's taking up the Amazon. So yeah.
She's gone down the Amazon. Okay.
Yeah.
But she hasn't met Cliff Jones yet. And she probably never will in our
He
universe.
just likes the Amazon.
Or is it modern day Amazon? Has she, to do a quick trip to the 21st century, she's trying to order stuff on Amazon.
Yeah. So it
Like
works.
going there.
Knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, she could be. I mean, we could always have Joe kind of turning up late. She just turns up just in time to see the TARDIS dematerialize.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't be a kind of act on the part of the Doctor because he's being held at gunpoint by Floella Benjamin, who's going to turn into Barbara Windsor.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd leave Joe behind if I was in that scenario.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
If Benjamin turned up and had a gun on me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You
Right.
could have some storyline that Joe was kind of visiting a relative or something in Scotland. And then just throughout the 4 episodes, keep cutting back to it and it's standing at railway stations where the trains have been delayed. Just kind of looking at our watch. Only announced that the trains are all on strike.
Basically, she's like the Brigadier in Colony in Space, isn't it? She'll turn up, do one scene at the beginning, and then turn up at the end and do a kind of one-liner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, so right, so the cornfield's gone.
Cornfield's
Well, the Doctor's conscience is pricked, isn't it? He kind of goes, "Oh, I really should have looked for your daughter."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Mel's turns up.
The TARDIS is buggered,
Yeah.
and Ben goes, "Don't worry, I've got magical time ring powers." And like touches the console, and it comes to life. And Pertwee goes, "Jehoshaphat again," which I don't think he ever did in his actual era. And they're off.
Yeah. Mel's turns up with a gun, being chased by the police.
Oh yeah.
Says,
How does she turn up in the lab, which is, I mean, unit's quite a high security installation?
She's just rammed through the gates at the front
she's just Venusian Aikido.
in a stolen car.
Ah!
Right.
Yeah. Smashing through the window. Yeah.
Okay.
Going, I've got a gun. Let's go hit her.
She's stolen the Hoomobile and she
Well,
flies.
maybe she abseils.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, and she'll be doubled by Terry Walsh or something as well. Stuart Fell, that'd be great.
Yeah. Beefy bloke comes through the window.
Yeah.
Turns around.
That's why Benjamin gets up off the floor.
Thank you, Doctor.
So yeah, we get some TARDIS scenes. Well, no, we actually get flashback.
So basically, our opening scenario in this is that Ben and Polly turn up at unit
Mm-hmm.
and meet the Doctor
Mm-hmm.
and have a bit of a chit chat, and then suddenly Floella Benjamin abseils through the window with a gun and says, "Let's kill Hitler," and they all go, "All right." We're mint writers.
Ah, a good man.
I'd watch this.
Right. So, yeah, titles, and then we get a flashback. We get to see them all growing up together.
No, we don't. Nah, this is a shot of Joe at the railway station.
Yeah, looking at her watch.
Yeah, well, in the original version, at least, it's kind of Mel's constantly getting into trouble, and Amy and Rory getting her out of trouble.
Yep, as kids and onwards.
As kids and onwards, while she kind of maneuvers them into each other.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, doesn't really fit Ben and Polly at all.
No. Well, would it be a flashback to
Yeah.
Hartnell and Carol Ann Ford? Explaining how Susan lost her ring?
Depositing their ring in Ben, yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Don't know how, I can't remember how it got there. Did he eat it or something? Did he ingest it?
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
As a kid, yeah.
Well, the Doctor introduced his ring to him in ways.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, the Doctor introduces his granddaughter's ring to him. That's even worse. We don't have to do that. I'm just trying to fill the time.
No.
Moving on.
Right.
Yeah.
Sensible.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we cut back to the present where Mel's has shot the console. So that they're crashing. They're definitely crashing.
She's not going to have shot the console. They're not going to allow anyone to put a hole in that time rotor. They've just built it. They're not going to have that.
How is the TARDIS working?
Because Ben's got special ring powers and touched the console.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He puts his ring
Yeah.
on the console.
And they could actually drain his powers. I mean, we could just get rid of that now.
Well, we've
Yeah.
already done that once, so yeah.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. He's got
Yeah.
residual ring powers that only work in a TARDIS.
Yes. That only work when the plot
Yeah.
needs it.
He's got plot
Sounds about
powers.
right. Plot powers, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
TARDIS-based ring plot powers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Job.
Mhm.
There's your episode title. TARDIS-based ring
Ring
plot
plot
power.
power.
Yeah, so we cut to Berlin
Mhm.
in the 1930s, and there's sort of Nazis walking around.
Is this going to be stock footage? This is going to be stock footage, isn't it?
Yes.
There's going to be a few establishers of stock footage.
Yeah.
Kind of,
We
you know,
get some
slightly
stock footage
tinted to make it look
establishers,
colour.
yeah. Some sort of black
Yeah.
and white footage.
Some shots from
Yeah.
Colditz.
Yeah, lots of stuff from Colditz.
Shots of the Berlin Wall, you know, you can just see it there just in front of the Brandenburg Gate. Yeah, and then cut to interior.
Didn't the Berlin Wall go up long after?
Yes, that's why I was satirical, because it was up when the made the
Gotcha.
Berlin era.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was slower.
All right. Yeah, so they cut to, it's kind of quite a posh building, I guess. There's some interior of the building, probably the Millennium Center or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's Nazis walking around, and they're getting glared at by a sinister cleaner who follows one of them and takes him out, basically. And we kind of established that the cleaner has got people inside his head looking out of his eyes.
Yes.
This is going to be terrible, terrible chroma key, isn't it? Barry is going to love this.
Yes.
I mean, it's basically the Numbskulls, isn't it? Numbskulls is still running, bizarrely. It's still in the Beano, which you can
Right, that's what it is.
buy in
Right.
shops. Yeah. It's a one-page comic strip from our youth about these guys living inside a boy's head.
Yeah.
Inside Out, the same concept, basically, isn't it? But
Yeah.
and so is the Tesselector. I used to like Numbskulls, so that was good.
Commercial time.
We are going on a journey, a very long journey, through the world of the Target novelizations in publication order. Every week, we are looking at a new book, talking about Terrence Dicks, Malcolm Hulk, and all our Doctor Who novelization friends. Whatever you do, keep turning the pages. This is Jason Miller of the Doctor Who Literature Podcast, a member of the Direction Point Podcast Network, and you are listening to Woof Time Ram.
So basically this guy kind of zaps the Nazi and then changes his appearance so he looks just like him. The Nazi's called Eric Zimmerman. Seems an unlikely name for a Nazi, but there he is.
I think the effects aren't going to be as
There might be a sort of wibbly wobbly CSO effect.
Yeah.
I think it'll be wibbly wobbly. It'll defocus and then
Yeah.
refocus again as new person, with Dudley Simpson giving it some proper kind of banging on the oscillator.
Yeah.
Abusing the Delaware.
Yep. Okay. We're not quite
Not
we're not quite in Delaware yet, are we?
Or is it?
So this guy kind of finds himself inside the duplicate's head, where they've got antibodies, which are like these robots, floaty robot things that just kill him. And it's quite satisfying. And then we cut to him.
They're probably going to be pretty much the same as they were in the modern one.
Oh, I fear they might be chroma keyed on as well.
Well, yeah, but they'll still be, because they were a practical prop, weren't they?
Yeah, I love them. I think they're a great
It's
prop.
a bit fast moving for a Pertwee story. But,
Effective art design.
I'm cracking along here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We've got
Keep
John
coming back to
Railway
Joe,
Station. I'm trying to think ahead. I'm trying to find a way to
That would be
connect the
good.
railway station into all this somehow.
Right.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah, so then we cut to a big old office with lots of Nazi flags in it.
Medium-sized
Massive
office,
office,
maybe?
huge office,
Yeah,
huge.
not that big an
Huge.
office, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So box room set in the corner.
Basically, the commandant's office from Allo Allo. Just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Colditz. Just nick it from Colditz. No, you're not using that this week, are you?
BBC
Cheers.
resources.
Yeah.
Well, they deliver the spaceship from Doomwatch. Yeah, and ambassadors.
Yes.
The capsule in Doom in Ambassadors is the same one as in.
I know, that terrible one.
I can't remember the episode title.
Yeah, they shared the
This
cost,
season.
didn't they, to build it? Yeah.
I think they shared the cost. Yeah.
So we're in this office, and it turns out there's Hitler. There's Hitler in his office.
I was going to say, is it going to be Michael Sheard?
Michael Sheard.
Isn't it? Yeah, gotta be Michael Sheard. Yeah.
Gotta be.
And this duplicate goes into the office, and he kind of zaps Hitler, or approaches him, and then realizes it's 1938. It's too early to take him out. It's too early. And then
Yeah.
the TARDIS crashes in through the wall, which the TARDIS materializes. Yeah,
The TARDIS materializes.
nice and gently, nice and in the way.
Nice and gently.
Yeah.
But
That's
right
great.
in between them.
So he doesn't get knocked down. He's just baffled. And then the doors open, and out comes the Doctor.
The third Doctor, Fluella Benjamin,
and Polly.
Nels, Ben and Polly.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's who comes out. Yeah,
that's who comes out. That's exactly who comes out.
and Mel shoots him, presumably. One more Nazi. Yeah.
What always gets me about the original is that, this is Hitler's office. This is the office of the head of this state. And there's this massive crashing noise comes from there, and gunfire and shouting, and nobody comes to see what's going on.
Turns up. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
A nice materialization that makes more sense, rather than taking out the entire window and a lot of the wall around it.
Yeah.
So I did like that scene. I love the TARDIS crashing through the thing.
But
it
doesn't make any.
But yeah, they all come running out and
no, Hitler sort of thanks him for helping
shoot.
him, which they're a little bit upset about.
Yeah. I bet Ben goes ballistic in the background, has to be calmed down by Polly, and the Doctor's kind of standing there going, bounder.
Yeah, you're a bad sort. Yeah. And that's all fine until this guy, the replica guy, gets up again. And what does he do? Hitler shoots him? Yeah.
Hitler shoots him.
And then he kind of comes over and Rory punches him out. Or Rory punches Hitler out. Ben, punch Hitler out.
Yeah, Ben will totally do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben's straight in. Yeah. Haven't.
But in the kind of the gunfire, the confusion, Mel's taking a bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fluella Benjamin.
I think so.
Hitler shot Fluella
Benjamin's
Benjamin.
down.
That's another reason to hate the bastard.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
He bloody would, wouldn't he?
Yeah. That's it. The replica pretends to faint, so they're basically just watching now. The crew are kind of watching what's going on.
But Pertwee's a bit suspicious, isn't he? He's kind of going, not sure about that faint.
So Mel's has been shot, and she regenerates into
Windsor.
End of episode 1.
Windsor.
Yeah. We've got to get
End of episode 1.
Close-up of Pertwee's reaction to turning into Papa Windsor.
Oh, God, blimey, that's sexy, that is.
Nice. I think we'll have to spend quite a bit of time with Joe at the station to fill episode 1. But
you ain't seen nothing yet, honestly.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, episode 2. So, episode 2, we kind of we get lots of scenes here with the crew basically going, "That's the woman who killed the Doctor." and we get a nice kind of comedy kind of back and forth with a song trying to kill the Doctor quite a lot, really going for it. Yeah. And he's kind of dodging out of the way, using his Venusian Aikido on her.
Yeah. Preempting her and all that sort of thing, which is lovely. And I can totally see Pertwee doing. The fact that the way she actually kills him in this day and age. Is she gonna kiss him, or we're gonna find another way around?
You have to stand on the chair if it's Barbara wins. Pertwee.
She would actually, yeah.
It's interesting.
Also, Pertwee isn't going to have a clue. Hang on, Pertwee doesn't know that River Song's supposed to assassinate him, because that was in The Impossible Astronaut, which will be a Davison story. I don't know. So how does he know all this is going to happen? Did Floella Benjamin maybe somehow link with the telepathic circuits while she was in the TARDIS, and the TARDIS warned him by melting a clock or something? In that straightforward TARDIS warning way,
So maybe he's kind of
I suppose she just put a gun to his head and say, "Hey, let's kill him."
And then Barbara Windsor turns up and
and then Barbara Windsor turns up and he just instantly distrusts her because I don't know.
That's interesting. Barbara Windsor kind of playing the villainess here. It's kind of a little bit,
Well, fortunately for us, she could actually act.
So what does she do? She kind of straddle him. I don't. What?
Straddle him. Is Baronet's going to allow that? I mean, unless she's straddling him on a blue screen and she's kind of like keyed in float straddle. Fizzy Crubber key float straddle. Another title. I don't know. Actually, well, hang on. Now that she's become Barbara Windsor, don't Ben and Polly have that moment of going, "Oh my God, that's our daughter"?
Yeah.
Which is difficult because she wouldn't be old enough unless he ends up dropping Ben and Polly in like 1950 something. Which we'll have to remember. Fuck you, Moffat. Fuck you. You're fucking interconnected, and fuck you, the Time Ram.
Unit dating, we're in about like 1978 or 1979, aren't we? Even that.
Jesus Christ. Saving grace. Excellent. Okay, good, great, nice one. You've solved it, Paul. The one time that the whole unit dating has been actually useful. Magnificent. Okay, so she's a bit older than she should be still, I think. But
wasn't she a lot?
Mind you, this is the era of Please Sir and things like that, where all the teenagers were played by like adults. So we can just, if Pertwee says, if they all just say so with enough conviction, we're fine.
It's kind of, it's from the text, isn't it?
I suppose we could make it Helen Mirren, but I'd be loath to lose
Barbara Windsor. She was in her 30s at this point. Yeah.
I was just reading something on the internet today about Michael J. Pollard in Miri, the Star Trek episode, where he's playing a teenager, and he was 28 at the time.
I mean, Bill did the same thing at 26. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Okay, so look, she's their daughter. She's Ben and Polly's daughter. And they now recognise her because she's now an adult. So, blimey, that's our daughter. That we had about, 7 years ago.
Right.
It's a Moffat script. We can use the phrase timey-wimey.
Timey-wimey. It's all timey-wimey. So, yes, these people, they kind of know each other. Maybe we spend a bit longer on this bit because, significant padding from this point on. They spend a bit longer.
Yeah.
It's just...
I'm exhausted by this.
Finding ways to establish who people are.
Yeah.
She's got a birthmark in the shape of Susan's ring, which she's inherited from her father.
Ooh. Ooh.
Not her arse, because it's
Where? On her ass. Right. So does she and Pertwee have to compare arse?
This doesn't sound like Doctor Who in the early 70s. Okay, so all right. Well,
I can't get my head around the age problem. I'm sorry, I
work out
can't.
how they
I
know
can't
it's
cope
Riversong
with
and
it.
how. Well, he doesn't know she's Riversong yet, does he? She doesn't know the name.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So they don't know, and Pertwee gets a gadget out because he's the gadget doctor, and he does a scan at one point,
Yeah.
trying to work out who on earth she is, how she could regenerate.
yeah.
She doesn't appear to be a Time Lord. Otherwise, he'd have just like known in his bouffon. But she, so he builds a little scanning device and scans her, and goes,
Right.
"Good heavens, it's your DNA." And they go, "You what?"
Job
He
done.
goes, "I found your daughter." Hey,
Good.
and goes and releases the record.
And then she kills him. Yeah. Okay.
That'll
And
do,
she
won't
kills
it?
him
That's the way around. Cool.
with a kiss. All right.
And she kills him with a kiss.
All right. Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's just keep a kiss.
Okay. Yeah. She's very
a
flirty.
peck, just a peck.
Yeah.
Some on the cheek or something, and she's got like
Yeah.
cheek venom in her lipstick. It's no more bizarre than anything else we've come up with this episode so far. It's fine. It's entirely tonally. It's
Yeah.
right.
So she does him in. She's kind of she's poisoned him, and then she jumps out the window.
Mhm.
So Ben and Polly.
Yeah. Doubled again by Stuart, fell out on the outside on
Ben
the
and Polly.
film landing. With Dudley Simpson
Winkling his ass as he goes down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. with the ring tattoo on it.
That's when they spot the tattoo. Blimey.
Blimey, Duchess. Let's ask Frog.
Yeah.
No, we don't need it to do anymore. We've got the gadget.
Yeah, so Ben and Polly pursue her on motorbikes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
leaving them to it.
Just leaving the
right,
doctor.
yeah. Off they go.
Yeah.
And then we get a flashback to the doctor dying at Lake Silencio in 2011.
No, we don't.
No?
No.
Okay. No. All right.
No.
Well, what he does do is...
We get a flashback to a good man fucks us up. If the story still exists at this point. Actually, this is the only clip we've got from that story.
Yeah. Well, he calls into the TARDIS, doesn't he? And then he speaks to the kind of the voice thing.
Oh yeah, he goes through all these things. So
Yes.
maybe this is where they
Right.
call Carol Ann Ford up.
Right. I have not
She
Susan
appears
Arnold
as the vocal
interface.
interface.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you not remember you lost my ring? You careless old goat. Did you not realise it would cause like multi-aging weirdness and shit? Grandfather. Just to keep it in character.
Yeah. So he's in bad shape, really. He's going to be dead in 32 minutes and he can't regenerate. So it's not looking good for him. It's not looking good for us getting 4 episodes like this. I don't know what. That's not.
No.
Yeah, Joe's at the station.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We checked
Joe's
in with
still at the
Joe for like
station,
20 minutes.
wandering around, wondering why her train is late and wondering why no one else is on the platform. And then suddenly the master turns
Okay.
up. Bum, 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 bum.
She has a little
And
mini
she has an
adventure.
entire separate plot line with the master.
I'm liking this plotline.
She has a mini adventure where
Get
she
involved.
defeats the master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe's
Joe's
big
mini
ideas
adventure.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Venom.
brig's there. Yeah. Yates turns up. Benton.
Great. Excellent.
Yeah. Cool. Sorry, Miss Grant, the train's going to be a little late. Sort of thing, And he shrunk the train and the little kind of N-gauge thing goes along the track. And Delgado goes.
Fantastic. Yeah. Meanwhile, back in Berlin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Back in the difficult plot line.
I mean, Riversong kind of drives around Berlin for a bit, which isn't going to happen. Yeah.
We're not going to do, are we?
I mean,
not going to happen.
even in the actual episode,
That's not
they're
gonna
quite
happen,
clear
yeah.
about the shooting, aren't they? It's just a couple of little bits, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She might drive around Colditz a bit.
Drives up to the wall, comes back again.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, she's bursting into a restaurant and stealing everyone's clothes.
hmm
So Ben and Polly are kind of turned up outside and they kind of see
Yeah.
lots of naked people running out of this restaurant. So they kind of,
This is very Barbara Windsor.
yeah, very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's totally her MO.
No, no,
Again,
it's not
Barry
happening on
Letts
his
is gonna
watch.
have it.
No,
No.
no.
So basically what comes off camera is kind of like Ben goes, wow, look at all those naked birds. And Polly, who's desperate for something to say in this episode so far, goes,
Yeah,
I don't know what she says.
Something about coffee. Yeah.
Something. Pithy.
Yeah. On the back of the right.
She might have him a cup of coffee, yeah. Where do you get that from? Just generate it. All right. It's a gift of chance.
So yeah, they're going to follow her, but they don't turn up. They don't turn up. Instead, this replica guy walks in the restaurant, and he's basically swallowed them. They're kind of in his head. They're in his head. They're inside Justice Vehicle 6018.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to look like the miniscope, I think.
Yeah.
The inside of the miniscope, all sort of like disco.
So fortunately, they don't.
Crossed with the Enterprise, it's got a captain's chair in the middle of this kind of black space with like
It's a very Enterprise
pieces
set,
stuck
isn't
in
it?
the background in a
very
void.
kind of.
It's a lovely
Oh,
set.
yeah.
It's a beautifully produced episode of Hitler.
I mean,
Really,
you
good.
can't fault the visuals at all, can you?
Really good. No,
So
not at
they're
all,
inside
not
his
at all.
head, and the crew kind of stop the antibodies from killing them, and they go, "Welcome to the Tesselector."
Mhm.
On the outside, the replica
Mhm.
kind of changes itself to look like Polly, and basically, attacks River Song until the Doctor arrives in a dinner suit and the TARDIS.
You know what? Could the person inside the Tesselector be the Master and with Joe? He's kidnapped Joe because he's not having anyone else kill the Doctor.
So this is Milkor. Yeah.
So Joe gets abducted from the railway station.
Mm-hmm.
Then gauge train has gone past. He just, grabs her and takes her into his TARDIS, which works. And goes, right, we're going to save the Doctor, Miss Grant. And she goes, you what?
Okay.
Etc.
Yeah. So
actually, that would make the Tesselector the
rather.
Master's TARDIS.
No, well, we've seen Milkor,
There's
so
no reason why
it
it couldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, working chameleon circuit. So basically, Joe ends up as the Master's companion for this story, helping the Master out to save the Doctor.
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense at all, does it? Because otherwise, they would have just turned up before she kissed him, and that end.
Yeah.
Again, fuck you, Moffat. Again, fuck you, the time.
Moffat's clever plot lines. Yeah.
I think it's a lovely plot line in its context. I really like the episode.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's really inventive. It's very clever. There's loads I like about it. It's just this is
it
a
really
difficult
is.
era for it to be in.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave Joe and the Master in the railway station then.
All right. Yeah. Good. It's probably worth mentioning at this point that River Song doesn't know her name. The Doctor keeps mentioning this River Song. She keeps going, "Who is this person?" It's a good question.
Yeah, it's a very good question. Let's really hope we get some River Song stories in Heartland and Trout eras.
Yeah, but then she can
Especially
go,
Heartland,
"So
that
young."
would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, the Doctor turns up. He's in a suit. He's only got a few minutes left, but he said, "Look, no, time's not the boss of me." And he realizes that Polly is a robot, and she's got a crew inside of 420 people, all be miniaturized. So he kind of intervenes. He won't let them hurt River Song.
Yeah.
Ben and Polly are inside.
Ben and Polly have been assigned to the bridge.
Kind of learn that this crew are there to punish criminals.
Yeah.
And give them hell. That's right. They extract them from the end of their
them
timeline
hell.
and basically hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they give Amy and all the access to the Doctor's records. He's only got 3 minutes left at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then they torture River Song. Basically, they kind of blast her with energy. And the Doctor's like, "Look, I'm not dead. I'm fine. Leave her alone." Yeah,
He's being very moral here as Pertwee, isn't he? He'll be doing this well.
Yeah.
Actually,
Leave her alone. So basically, he gets. This is where Polly comes into her own. He kind of releases the antibodies, and the crew will beam out, and then they have to kind of run away from him.
And are saved by River materializing the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Within the Tesselector.
No, I mean this is
We're
kind
not
of
far off the end of the episode here, are we?
Well, so we run out of plot
Yeah.
really fast.
So Joe and the Master are having a whale of a time here. There's like Autons, there's Axons, the Daleks are there. There's loads of shit going on. Unit are out blazing away, full power, all that sort of thing. Joe's leading unit. The Master's cackling, a cackly. It's magnificent. Yeah, good. And it took 10 minutes. I mean, easily.
I don't know how this era does this.
10 minutes of action by Havoc.
Yeah. Yes, it's a good man goes to war all over again, really, isn't it? So
yes, yeah,
yeah, kind of. Yeah, when I was watching it earlier, I was thinking it's not quite as bad as that, but it's not great.
It's just not a lot of material there, even for 4 episodes.
Yeah.
No,
it's quite brief.
It's the perfect amount of plot for its length.
45 minutes.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Oh, please be quiet.
So yes, the Doctor asks Riversong to help him help them, which, as you say, she does eventually. The TARDIS materializes around them at the last second because she's the child of the TARDIS. Maybe, perhaps, I don't know. Might not be. She's child of the ring. Yeah.
She's got some Gallifreyan stuff in her somewhere.
In ways,
In ways.
Could always make this.
So they go back to the.
We could always make this 2 episodes, and just say the other 2 episodes of Day of the Daleks are some other bastard of an episode that comes along that we've got to try and fit in the Pertwee era.
Mission to the Unknown.
Why do we try and make it fit the episodes originally? Why do we do that?
I think we did. I
think
that's before we actually had.
All right, let's just not do that anymore.
Make it
in
the
Pertwee era, we could make this into possibly a 3-parter, but 4 is stretching it massively.
Yeah. 4 is ridiculous. 4 isn't going to happen. Yeah. Even with all the stuff that's going on with Joe.
I mean, the likelihood is we'll get another new era story at some point that we're going to have difficulty fitting into 4 or 6 episodes.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's just forget the episode.
Well, we could see it. We're putting it in place of other episodes, but we could say it's half of a 6-parter.
Yeah.
That's going to complicate it. Let's just ignore the episode counts.
Well, I quite like fitting stories to stories.
No one's stopping us.
Stories work.
All right, that's why not. Because
stories were paced differently in the 70s. We know that. It's just simply that this one doesn't work in the 70s context at all.
Anyway, at all,
All right.
Okay, so
they're inside the TARDIS. They land back
now,
with the Doctor. Riversong's really good at flying the TARDIS.
We could have a really big scene here. We could have a really big scene in the TARDIS with lots of exposition that will fill some minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, in this version, we get, I'm quite good at flying, and that's about all she says. This is where we get a proper good get-together with Ben and Polly and their daughter.
Barbara Windsor. The Doctor asks her to kind of lean in and he kind of whispers in her ear. And then he dies. and then it's Polly. Polly explains that she's with a song. She kind of shows her image on the Tesselector.
Right. What?
You know the end of the episode? Yes. Okay. She's
Yes.
kind of going, "Who's with the song?" And they're kind of go, "You are."
Oh yeah, she's inside.
Yeah,
She's inside the Tesselector. Sorry. Yeah.
And then she says, "Is he worth it?" Yes. And she uses her regenerative powers to restore him. Yeah. Hello, sweetie. And it costs all their future generations. Obviously, it doesn't because we got loads of river songs.
Just one of them.
No.
It doesn't at all. She's just in the first 15 hours of her regeneration cycle.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's got a bit of extra oomph because it was her first one, or second one, or fifth one. Whatever.
So the Doctor gives her diary basically, and it's like, that's who River Song is. We all know now. We understand. Yeah.
We remember from the Edge of Destruction. Yeah.
They leave her with the Sisters of the Infinite Schism, and then they speculate whether she'll actually attempt to kill the Doctor again. And that's it. And then we get a scene again where she comes to psychologist.
And then the Brigadier and Joe and Yates and Benton all return to unit, congratulatory having defeated the Master, and going, where the hell was the Doctor and all of that? And they open the lab, and there he is with Ben and Polly. And Joe goes, Doctor, you'll never believe what just happened to us. And the Doctor goes, well, you'll never believe what happened to us either. And everyone laughs. And Benton stands up naked.
The Master's in jail. It's all fine.
Yeah.
Master's in jail. Or on Skaro. Or in jail on Skaro.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
That
excellent. Well,
could have gone better.
Real dog's breakfast.
Yes, it really could have done. What we needed was for one of us to have some really brilliant insight there into a way to make it all work. Some really good hook to hang the whole story on.
We're not on form. No.
No, we can't be brilliant all the time.
Sorry, guys.
We can't be passingly mediocre all the time. I mean, come on.
If you've got one listener, send it in, and we'll do Let's Kill Hitler Redux.
Absolutely, we'll listen.
Let's be honest, we don't know how to do this. It's kind of, it's a good man goes to war all over again. So apologies for that.
Yeah. It was always going to be. Still good casting.
Yeah,
it'd be fun to watch. It's got that clip from a missing episode in it, which is great.
Lack of Helen Mirren, which upsets me.
Yeah,
there is a lack of Helen Mirren. There's been no Helen Mirren. She also was off learning graphology.
Maybe they would have more cast in it. I mean, that's one way you could expand it, is just by having a larger.
Maybe Helen Mirren was the woman who was going to be attacked by an antibody on the Tesselector, which is the one sat on the control panels in the background.
I think they could do more with Hitler because he's kind of he's in the title. He's only in for a couple of minutes, and he gets locked in a cupboard and is never seen again.
That's true. Yeah.
So there'll probably be ways to expand it, but the plot line really doesn't lend itself to that at all.
No, there'd be a lot of plot you had to add. I mean, actually, you could use Hitler a lot more. You could have him being more of a threat.
Yeah, because he is just used as a comic foil in this, isn't he? Really, it's not.
Let's take it seriously. What you'd do is you'd replace the whole stuff about Joe and the Master with Hitler scheming to get the TARDIS, something like that. This is going to win me the war. This is going to make me all powerful. So they go. At one point they run back to try to get to the TARDIS, and the TARDIS ain't there. Like Marco Polo, it's been taken away. By a primitive.
There's a great story from a Strontium Dog story from 2000 AD where characters in that grab Hitler and do basically the same plot. They're going to take him through time and punish him. And they kind of drag him away. It's very funny.
Explainment.
Well,
Yeah.
the original Matt Smith version is infinitely superior, I think.
Yeah.
It's a good episode. Yeah, I
Lots
really
of
enjoyed it.
clusterfuck. Yeah, I liked it when it went out, and I like it again watching it today.
Mm,
Yeah.
It's got an awful lot of panache. It
Mhm.
all holds together.
yeah.
It plays off several plot lines and sets some more open. That great season. I think that's a really good arc story that season.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
It's a great arc story
Sadly.
which we've now just blown apart and ruined.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't. The numbers have. You know, we're merely innocent victims. We're just innocent men.
It's another one of those stories that just doesn't fit in the classic series, doesn't it? They would
No,
never
it
do
doesn't at
that.
all.
They would
Doesn't
never
happen.
do that. They would never give it that title.
No,
It would
no.
never be called
No.
They probably
Hitler.
wouldn't go near Hitler.
No, I wouldn't go near Hitler.
No,
No.
I wouldn't.
No, not
Hell,
a nice man.
fuck.
Yeah.
No, so if you
Yeah.
could go back in time, if you could go back in time and kill Hitler and get
Mhm.
away with it, would you do it?
It's one of those things, isn't it? Was there somebody worse lined up to replace him when he was at the height of his power? You know.
I suppose, do we
don't know.
believe in causality and the web of time and all that sort of thing? If
Yeah, I was just thinking if you do
our
that,
past alter.
you change history to the point where you no longer exist, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would certainly happen to me because I owe my existence to the nuclear bomb, essentially.
Really?
Oh yeah, one of my granddads was going to be sent to Japan, right?
Yeah.
after the war, and instead of being sent to Japan, he came home and had dad.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Right.
Oh yeah. Well, then.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. We're all linked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have been fine. I'd have just been alive.
Fair enough.
Well, just in a world where Hitler didn't happen. I don't know what the world would be like, but I'd be here.
Okay.
What's the numbers then, shall I?
Yeah. Well, do we do numbers because next episode is
Yeah.
special, our anniversary
Oh.
special, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
So-
we're doing the 5 Doctors. Which Doctor are we doing it with?
Right? I can't remember.
Well, I think there's two ways of doing it, really, isn't there?
Mm.
There's you can do it with the 5 standard modern era doctors,
Mhm.
sort of Eccleston through to Jodie Whittaker,
Mhm.
Yeah.
or you can do it to replace Dave the Doctor and include maybe McGann and John Hurt.
Just out of interest, I'm going to roll one number. I'm going to do the 1 to 13 and see which Doctor we get.
Okay.
Okay.
10.
All right. Well, that's yeah.
So we can use that or
Reduces
not.
it by even less, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say replace either Day of the Doctor or Power of the Doctor,
Yeah.
depending on which way we do it.
Shall we say Day of the Doctor?
I'd say Day of the Doctor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
because then you can have the Tom part being Eccleston just kind of going,
Yeah.
I'm not fucking coming back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So they use clips of it.
Excellent.
Okay, so that was Time Ram. It's goodbye from me, Paul Ferry, and also from Barry Williams
Goodbye.
and Rupert Booth.
I made a gun out of a lighter today.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Yes. Join us next episode for a special 60th anniversary installment featuring the 5 Doctors. We'd like to thank Ben Jones for our music. If you want to contact us, you can get us on Twitter. That's Twitter. Roop is at Rupert Booth. I'm at Paul38, and Baz is at Baz Time Ram.
That's on Twitter, right?
Sorry, that's on Twitter.
Yeah,
Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah.
Twitter. Yeah. We've also got a face on Pagebook. A page on Facebook.
Yeah.
And you can find us at our website, which is www.timeram.com. If you want to support the podcast, you can give us a bit of money on Patreon and get some extra bits and bobs. Or if you want the cheaper option, you can leave us a nice review on wherever you download your podcasts from. See you again next time. Goodbye.
I wonder how Joe did defeat the Master.
Direction point! Direction point!
A Doctor Who podcast network.
Commercial time.
The October Club podcast presents a series of cozy chats for the winter months. Join me, Paul Ferry, as I talk to friends old and new about pop culture and topics of interest. The Prisoner with Rupert Booth.
You really get the sense of disorientation that number 6 has.
Yeah.
It's very immersive. It's kind of, what is going on? What? Yeah. I think that's something the Prisoner's very good at, actually. You end up as confused as the main character.
The Monkeys with Nicole Antoinette Choice.
I think it was just a perfect storm where everything came together in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
To make magic memories, for sure.
The Twilight Zone with Elaine Bladu-Kiene.
Some of those stories, even when you know what that twist is, when you rewatch it, you see it in a different way. You're listening more to how the people are interacting with each other and what they are worried about and what their concerns are.
And more to come. Join us every 4 weeks on Spotify or YouTube, or visit our website at octoberclubpodcast.wordpress.com. Welcome to the October Club.